Welcome back to IC Style. I'm A. Scott Walton, and we're backstage at Atlanta's Alliance Theater with a man, a face that you all recognize, Mr. Emilio Sosa, best known to a lot of people for his appearance on Season 7 of Project Runway. Less known is the fact that he is one of the hottest costume designers on Broadway, and Atlanta is blessed to have him working on the next production of Twist, which will start at the Alliance Theater in September. Emilio, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. You know, what I wonder most is you're taking a classic tale from the 19th century, updating it to the 1920s. How difficult is a task is that?
Well, I have the easy part. I'm just dressing the show. The writers did all the hard work, and Miss Allen setting up the world. I just have to dress the world that she created. And for costume designers, about just research, history. I don't look when I work in theater. I don't look at my designs as costumes. I just look at them as representation of clothing that people wore in that period. So that's how I approach it.
Okay. You mentioned Miss Allen, Debbie Allen. Did she give you specific direction, or did she just say, I know your work, I know your talent, create 1920s New Orleans for us?
I would love to say yeah, but no, Miss Allen is very involved, and for a show of this magnitude, I enjoy that kind of collaboration. That's why I love the theater, and that's why I got into the theater, because I think it's one of the few last collaborative art forms that we have in the world. So there's a lot of going back and forth, there's a lot of sketching, there's a lot of photographs, there's a lot of research. We're using actual clothing from 1920s. We're creating new things. We've rented stuff from some of the best theaters in America. It's a great production.
Okay. Now, your work on Broadway, you've got 2 shows, I believe, opening up soon. You're doing Cape Man with Paul Simon. You're doing, is it a Paul Rudd play as well?
It's a Paul Weiss play called Trust.
Right.
And that's off Broadway. That's at the second stage with Zach Braff and Sutton Foster. And it's just this little amazing, little quirky, dark, funny love story. So that opens on Thursday. And then the Cape Man, it's a 3-day concert, but it's being directed by Diane Paulus, who directed the revival of Hair. So it's more fleshed out. So she's doing the reconcept. The music is amazing. I'm able to touch on my Latin roots. So all the music is based on salsa, bomba, all these music that I grew up listening to. And I'm working with Paul Simon.
One of my idols. One of my idols. Lastly, I love how you exited Project Runway saying that it was probably a blessing that you came in second and that you didn't win. Now, I personally love your designs. You know, they work on the runway. I think they work on the street. But what's that aftermath been like for you?
You know what? It's twofold. What Project Runway brought me to, I think, the public's eye of my work and my talent, which is God-given. But I've been working in theater for 20 years. So what it's done is it's brought me a younger demographic, and more theaters are more interested now because people now recognize the name. But Project Runway was amazing for me and my company because I was able to brand and create a brand within the concept of a reality show, and then even more interesting within the concept of a challenge. So I just mixed everything together because I knew that would be the best exposure for me. So, you know, not winning, we all want to win in life, but just being on the show was really the prize. And I was able to really maximize my time there.
Okay. Well, Atlanta, you can see Emilio Sosa's designs for Twist, the updated version of Oliver Twist, starting in September here at the Alliance Theater. Emilio, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Come out, everyone, and support this project.
All right.